right. Hello. Let's see. That sounds about right. Okay, we're gonna go right to the magazine. Well, oh, I'm in studio. That doesn't change the scene. Here it is. It's Computer Gaming World. Here, let's get. This is gonna be all clicky if I don't pause it. So let's turn on something. There we go. Some music or something. Oh yeah, this is November. No, that says December. Let me try again. December 1988, number 54, Computer Gaming World. Look right here at the top. Pools of just Pool of Radiance. And King's Quest 4. So, should be in the magazine. I didn't even look. I assumed if it's on the cover, we're good to go. Let me move chat. The 90s, Super Kitten. We're in the 80s. 88. Although the game we're playing is 89, 90 maybe. I don't remember when the Amiga release was. I looked it up, but now I forget. It definitely wasn't 88. Or at least not, sorry, the SCI release, not necessarily Amiga. 88, right? 88. Wow. It was small, understandable. Unless you meant the game, in which case, yes. Possibly. I don't actually know that one. What do we got here? Caveman Olympics. Or, no, that's too. How does the caveman sound? Ah, crap. I don't know. Forgive me. What do we have? Mate toss. Okay, come on. Clubbing. Dino Vault. Dinosaur Race. Fire Making. And Saber-Tooth Tiger Race. We also have, let's see. Steel Thunder. Empire. Stealth Mission. There's Rosella. 19. We'll get there pretty quick. Roberta Williams interview. Oh, this is better than I thought. Manhunter. We'll be playing that. Ooh, hints. We might have to not look at the hints. I don't like to see hints before we play. The Color of Magic. Oh, that's... Sorry, hold on. That's not... not a Pratchett Color of Magic. Just Sentinel Worlds 1, Future Magic, Typhoon of Steel, Starglider 2, Battles in Normandy. Looks like a Civil War game from SSI. Jeez, Decisive Battles of the ACW 2. Dragonlance and some contest winners. Got some letters and 6. These look like the same games we just talked about, so we'll keep going. Are you ready? Gosh, I miss magazines like this. We have like a dystopian future thing going on here. He seems to have a gun, but she's using a sword. Not sure. No, absolutely close enough for sure. I'm gonna say that the graphics here never bring a stop sign to a gunfight. You know what? I live in an area where stop signs often lose gunfights, so I can't argue with that. Sorry, I was just thinking. I was like, honestly, it's mostly yield signs. Don't get a lot of stop signs. Let's see. Can you hack it? Oh, what I was saying. Oh yeah, the graphics of the game are not commensurate with the poster. Often the case. All right. Are these our letters? Oh man, these are long letters. Gracious. I'm not reading Norman C. Koger Jr. from Huntsville, Texas, his letter. Not sure about this one. It's a little long. Continued on page 59. Great. Maybe we'll check out the shorter letters on page 59. What's he going on about anyway? Oh, he's the designer of a game. That's why they let him talk so much. This looks fun. Empire, War Game of the Century. I wonder if that was true at the end of the century. We'll have to check it out sometime. Steel Thunder. Looks like it's, yeah, war game strategy. Oh, but you get in the tank, so that's fun. Never mind, maybe not. Arkanoid! What an Arkanoid poster. I'm not sure if this conveys Arkanoid to me, but fair enough. Alcon, Renegade. We had Renegade on the NES as a kid. Never heard of Sky Shark. Looks cool. Taito. All these are Taito, I see. Bubble Wobble. More Empire. Stealth Mission. Oh, look at this good plane. Battlehawks. From Lucasfilm. I played a lot of flight sims back then, but not quite. This is a little before I was playing them, so I haven't played any of these. Maniac Mansion and Zach McCracken. Some Lucas point and clicks. We'll get to those eventually. I need your help. Sandy's been kidnapped by Dr. Fred. Meet me at the mansion, probably is what it says. Interesting. Some RPG, it looks like, from SSI. Questron 2 and Demon's Winter. Yeah, 88, I guess, is before I knew about games. I haven't heard of any of these. King's Quest, obviously. All right, hints and harangues for Rosella by Scorpia. When you first open the package of this game, you may feel a little startled and hesitant. It comes on 9 5 1/4 discs, or 4 3.5. We have the 3.5 inch, I guess. Further, because we have 4 discs. If you install the game on hard drive, highly recommend it. It'll eat up about 3 megs worth of space. Holy crap. Make sure you have enough room. What a good time to be alive. 3 megs. So, you might think that this is some incredible epic adventure that'll take months of playing time. Actually, most of the space is used for graphics. They're very pretty, full screen and beautifully detailed. Many of the screens also have animation, which has both good and bad points. The animation adds a nice touch, but slows Rosella's movement by a large factor when she's on an animated screen. Yes, we have noticed that. The game begins, in fact, in a long animated sequence. You can skip this later on, explaining how Rosella came to be in the strange land dressed as a simple peasant girl. Well, down to essentials, King Graham's dying and Rosella can cure him by attaining a fruit. However, she also has to help the good fairy Genesta, the only person who can send her back to her own land. Genesta herself is dying and only a special talisman stolen by Lalotte. Maxilla! How's it going? I'm glad you're here. We had a immediate magazine redeem, so that's what we're doing. And this got a full write-up in this. It's a walk on through to the mild side. Oh gosh, that's what it says. Oh no, this may not be a glowing review. Rosella starts on the seashore, where she is left pretty much to her own devices. Genesta doesn't tell her very much, and indeed anything else. Rosella must find everything for herself, and the first thing to do is walk around, which is only about 30 locations or so. Jeez, this guy must have played Time Zone and been really upset that this game was smaller. There are wraps on the edges in most places, north and south. You move with the arrow keys. One touch on any key sends Rosella in that direction, and another touch on the same key stops her. Rosella will, therefore, continue to walk automatically unless she comes to an obstacle or reaches the next screen. Beyond this, keyboard is used to accomplish actions such as get lamp. There's also a function key for repeated commands like save and restore, especially save and restore. Walk through on the mild side. Warning, this review contains hints related to King's Quest IV and should be avoided by readers who prefer to complete the game without assistance. That's me. That's me. We'll just try to not absorb too much from it. How about that? Watch out for the weird trees in the ogre hut. If you walk into a screen with strange trees, leave immediately, or that will be the end. The ogre hut and surroundings. Love lamp. I love lamp. What is that? Anchorman? The ogre hut and surroundings should also be avoided for now, or I think that's right. Or Rosella will end up dinner. Oh, excellent. I don't always get references, but when I do, I do. It's a good idea to save periodically in case you run into trouble. You should visit a lot early. She especially doesn't trust you, but her son Edgar's sake, she's willing to give you the benefit of the doubt by sending you on little quests to bring her certain items. Are you kidding me? We can't even get the first one. Steve Carell, yeah, he says it, yeah. Therefore, much of the game is taken up in solving puzzles to obtain these items. Many of the puzzles are based on old fairy tales, a Roberta Williams trademark. I like to think that's how they said that. I think Roberta Williams' trademark is murdering, but all right. So if you're up to those, you may have a little easier time in some situations. But most people know about kissing frogs, but that's just one of several in the adventure. Some of them are not too fair. For instance, one object Rosella needs is a bridle, but finding this can be a frustrating experience. I'm covering my screen, since it is not visible on the screen. Should I read the rest of this? Not fair. It's not visible on the screen, and you'd never know it was there unless you had Rosella search every possible spot on the screen. Ah, I skipped it. I read as much as now I know it's on a screen, but I can't see it. Oh, but at least that gives me ideas, so it's not visible, so I can check places. Maxilla, thank you so much for the sub with Prime. 13 months. Look, you got the Mr. Wilson emote. Coming in. Yeah. Let's go to Telltale part. Let's just skip all those words. That's way too much. King's Quest is not your typical adventure game. Some puzzles are clever, others tedious. Yeah. The story line is wrapped and connected with cinematic touches, which utilize sparkling graphics and surprisingly good music. I'm told especially true on the new soundboards Ad-Lib, Roland, or IBM. Exclamation point. Gamers who demand constant interactivity will probably become impatient with these cute cameos, but most will be pleased. Oh, good. I've skipped it. I have read nothing but that it's on a screen that I can't see for the one thing, and I don't want to read all that. That's too much. Gamers who demand constant interactivity will become impatient, especially with the repeated lines when he loses his place because he read chat. Bottom line, excellent graphics, good music, uneven puzzles, and deliberate pace. The overall impression of the game is more gentle and non-violent than most adventure games, so the bottom line is that it's a matter of personal taste. All right, that's it. But now is our interview with Roberta. I haven't even looked at those screenshots, although I know they exist because I can see them in my periphery. King's Quest, the pair of Rosalia, autographing copies of the game and photographs while on a tour throughout the country. What was the original adventure? Was the original adventure the first computer game you ever played? Yes. I mean, if you don't count Pong. We had a Pong machine before we bought our Apple. In fact, I played Eventual before we even had the Apple. I've talked about this when we did our fake, which I've lost. It's a lost stream. Not even backed up on my external hard drive. Lost forever. I used the fake teletype machine to emulate Roberta's, I don't know, living room. Where would you play a teletype machine? Kitchen? I don't know where you put teletype machines in a house. I never had one. Brought a terminal home from work and would use the modem to hook into an IBM mainframe down in LA somewhere. We'd play out and moves would be printed out on hard copy. That was a long time ago. I usually just sat and played the original adventure on the Apple because it's so difficult to explain. Oh, I usually just say, not sat. I usually just say I played on the Apple, so it's difficult to explain. As a female designer and female game player, what was your attraction to the adventure and why'd you like playing it? I've always been a book reader. This is Roberta. Not the guy asking, or girl. Especially in the fantasy area. When I play adventure, it was words and like reading a book, but you could talk to it and it'd talk back to me. It felt like I could manipulate the story, and that was better than a book. Why aren't there more women in the hobby? The only answer I can give is that you put a computer in front of a boy and automatically go toward it and get comfortable with it. Girls need a little extra push. Even today, you can't say, or you have to say, don't be afraid, it's okay. They're better than women, though. but I still think girls. Oh, but even with them, okay, even with boys, they'll have to do that. This answer is confusing me. They're still mostly are uncomfortable with technical things. Even if you go into a stereo store, what do you see? Mostly men and boys looking back at them and women standing back saying, "Can we get help?" Don't you think that's true, kind of? I think she was sort of unsure how to answer that question as well. Ah, the Harry Potter closet. It's where you keep your teletype machine. I see. I don't have one of those. Actually, I'm gonna. This isn't too personal, I guess. When my house was built, whenever that was, I looked at the plans. There is all sorts of space under the closet, under the stairs, but it's just sealed up. I'm gonna cut a hole there and put a door in one day, and then I'll have I guess an unfinished closet under the stairs. But I currently don't have one, and then I can put my teletype machine there. I don't know that I'll finish it. I'll probably just use it like an attic for a Christmas tree or something. Ooh, a bedazzling set. I never had a bedazzler. And my sister never had a bedazzler either. So I never played with a bedazzler. I actually have seen this picture. We can get a better version, but yeah, I can. Uh-oh. Oh my gosh. Sorry, I was trying to zoom in and I've instead wandered off. Get it to... Man, this does not want to stay on that page. But I've seen a full color version of that. I think maybe on the cover of a Sierra magazine. But I will save this one so that I remember to save that one. So it is captured. And we'll even, when we get back to the real part of the stream, we'll replace the terrifying child with it. Perhaps that will give us better luck. That brings up a related question. You've set up a situation in King's Quest series where two characters, one male and the other female, seem to have equal chance to inherit the throne. In fact, you've veritably set up the sequel to follow the boy in King's Quest. Uh-oh, I don't want to know about this. This is too many questions. I'm not going to read that answer because it feels like it talks about the end of this game. Beside the fact of a female protagonist, what do you think will bring women and girls into the game? The music, animation, hopefully all of it. This is Roberta. The game is certainly more colorful and prettier than games that I'm used to. The animation is more like what you'd see in an animated cartoon series. It should feel more comfortable to them because the music is more interesting. What about violence? Is there going to be any violence that would put them off? Not really. The only violence in the game is at the very end, and then it's unintentional. You don't mean to commit violence, but you do. Is this for 5, or are we talking about 4? Oh well, accidental violence. Ooh, they're talking about Mystery House. What's the biggest difference between recent designs and Mystery House? The storyline. I'm trying to develop a sophisticated storyline. Even in King's Quest 1, there wasn't much of a storyline. I want more plot and characterization and why characters do what they do. Also better at understanding why people type what they type. And I watched a person sit down and play it for an hour without ever typing in something that the game didn't understand. They had never seen it before, and they parsed or understood everything they typed in. I'm pleased with that. Beyond that, they're getting a little bigger, which I've got to stop. It is true that Mystery House was your first design. Was that inspired by Agatha Christie's 10 Little Indians? Yes, as well as the game Clue. Is there any direct literary inspiration for King's Quest? Roberta. As a kid, my all-time favorite reading was fairy tales. Literally all fairy tales. I don't know why, but I read every fairy tale I could get my hands on. I read them and reread them. So that's why there's always cameo by fairy tale characters, apparently. Roberta's so funny. Yeah, I guess. Whatever. Besides the introductory and final wrap, what cinematic effects have been added to King's Quest 4? The way we change screens, we have a dissolve, wipes, iris in, and iris out. Those are all cinematic approaches, of course. The use of music to create an atmosphere, and the use of more dialogue to have conversations with the character. Dialogue may not be cinematic, but I think it is. As the author, what is the most satisfying aspect of King's Quest 4 story to you? I like the heroine, Rosella. I guess because she's part of me that's coming out. I really identified with her. Sometimes she's delicate, but she's strong. She knows what she wants. She's not afraid to do what she has to do. She's courageous. It was fun for me to do a female character. Is there a love interest for Rosella? Let's just say that the possibility for a love interest could be developed in a future game. That's it. All right, we can't read this at all. Warning. Although Scorpion's Tale is a warm and comfortable tavern of the mind with a nice, cozy, vibrant image, our resident storyteller conjures up illuminating hints about the game. If the gentle reader eschews hint, beware. So we're not going to read that because we are playing Manhunter. So we'll skip on ahead to some Koei. Romance. Is this Romance of the Three Kingdoms? That's Romance of the Three Kingdoms. I don't know what this one is. Oh, Nobunaga's Ambition. It's huge in red. I was trying to read the title down here. I've never even seen Manhunter. Oh, Maxilla, me too. Well, it usually understands like 50, 60% of what I say these days, but when I first sat down, of course, that was Mystery House, and even she admitted that didn't understand people very often. Oh, Mirror Images and Pool of Radiance. Never played Pool of Radiance. Rocket Ranger. This is in Nintendo, I think, and I don't know that that's the best version to play. These don't look like Nintendo, but we need to play that sometime. The world's best-selling chess program just got better. Is that Sargon? Sargon 4 by Spinnaker. Starglider 2. Typhoon of Steel. Fly the Deadly Skies. What is that? An F4? I can't tell. No, is that a Tomcat? This angle's throwing me off. I think it is a Tomcat now that I look at it. I mean, I'm like, sure it is. And mildly embarrassed. I didn't know that originally. Magical Mystery Future. Was that the name of the game? No, Future Magic. Okay. Magical Mystery Future would be an incredible game. This is the stop sign game, right? Wizardry. What a name. You're Wordna. You're alive and you want revenge. It's good that those are all true. I loved old magazines when they'd take like the cover of stuff and turn them into these black and white. Not Wordna. I know Wordna's an odd choice for like ad purposes. Just sounds strange. Ooh, look at these prizes. What do we got? Let's find a game we've heard of. More difficult than I thought. Sierra, here we go. King's Quest 4 isn't even for sale, but King's Quest 3 is running $34. Space Quest 1 or 2 is $34. 68 for the pair, my goodness. Ocean Ranger. Track On. Air Traffic Control Simulator. That actually sounds fun. And honestly, the graphics are probably just as good as what you get. Yeah, Overkitten. I was reading that back when we were playing it. I don't know if I said it online. I remember reading something about its price being outrageous. And that is outrageous. $300. You could buy a, I don't know, how much is a Switch now? Not the 2, that's probably more. A regular Switch is probably less than that game was, right? My goodness. Oh my gosh. Did I have this? This map looks real familiar, or whatever that is. Star Saga. If this is the kind of game my brother would have absolutely bought, but I don't know if we had it. Look at all that stuff you get. Character booklets and yeah, the massive game. But like, even for the time, like I think compared to like Ulysses, felt empty and it felt like a throwback to Mystery House almost puzzle wise. It was just sort of gather things and sort of poke stuff with it and then hope for the best. Like Time Zone was an experience that I enjoyed, but I don't know that I would have called it the best of the high res adventures. Oh gosh, yeah, it's a giant McGruff cookie. Take a bite out of McGruff. Hey, we're friends, but we won't be if you keep messing with drugs. Take a bite, yeah, take a bite out of crime. Under the Ice. It must be a submarine game, and yeah, Attack Submarine. Oh, Pete Rose, Pendant Fever. Oh dear. This must be pre. What was it? Gambling? Is that what Pete Rose did? Carrier Command. I don't understand that aircraft. It's wingless. Yeah. I'm gonna be real. You're gonna want wings on any aircraft you design. At least, sorry. I'm trying to think. You know, if be they rotary or not, I don't know. You need some lift. Yeah. Ooh, look at all these games that I haven't heard of. Yeah, I've heard of Double Dragon. I have not heard of Rockford, the arcade game. What could that be? Rockford. Awesome arcade action pack. Okay, as Xenon and something I can't read. Looks like Blast Ball. I think it's Blast Ball. Pub games. I mean, I would probably guess what that is. Road Wars. Never heard of it. Sidewinder. Never heard of it. This thing has wings. See what I'm saying? And then, of course, Double Dragon. Just endless arcade action. No quarter. That's kind of a fun title. No quarter. It's a little bit of a pun there. I never liked games like this, but my brother and cousin loved them. The like simulations or the blocks of people doing attacks, I guess. I remember we used to write on paper. Like they would play a game like this, and I would try to play with them, but I didn't know what was going on. And they'd have squares of paper, like 4 squares from graph paper, and they'd draw a little picture of what it was, write the number, and they'd like erase and add the number, and they all had rules that they made up. And they'd lay out a big poster on the floor of like a scene, and they'd have war. Typhoon of Steel. Paladin. That looks good. Macintosh and PC. All right. We'll have to, and Amiga and Atari ST. Actually, it looks like it was Amiga or Atari ST first, so we need to check out Paladin. I like the look of that. I don't have my notebook, or I'd write it down. Some sports games. Have we gotten to page 59? Oh, we're supposed to look at letters. Here we go. These letters are all so long. That was it. They had 3 letters, and they looked like they were all from developers. Video gaming world. The Nintendo Power Pad. And what is that? Is that Mickey? Yeah. Mickey's Mousecapade. We beat that. I did not do very good on it, but I did beat it. Alien Destruction Set. Neuromancer. I've never played that, but I've read the book. Sky Chase. Visions of Aftermath. Under the Ice. Black Shadow. Chrono Quest. Offshore Warrior. Track On. That's the air traffic controller simulator. I was trying to see if they had a review of Track On. Here it is. Incredibly detailed air traffic control simulation that'll keep you glued to your screen. Created by the FAA manager, FAA manager, and professional controllers. This program plays like an ATC trainer. Players adjust traffic loads rather and wait, how do you adjust the weather? And pilot ratings as they run any of 5 different cities. You win by not losing. 49. You just play forever or lose. One or the other. Wait, is this a video game about the honeymooners? Okay, that in the Twilight Zone. I kind of want to play those because that sounds like it can't be amazing. Anyone ever played the Honeymooners for doesn't even say. I can't see what it's for. For something? Let me know. More war. This is a very war heavy magazine. Oh my gosh, Hall of Fame! These are the best games. They have been well spoken by our readers over a goodly period of time. We've got Kampf Group, Gettysburg, Mule, Mech Brigade, Chessmaster 2000, War in Russia for strategy. DOS, excellent. Ultima 4, Wizardry, Starflight, Gunship, Ultima 3, Might and Magic, and Bard's Tale for action adventure in the Hall of Fame. All 7+, no 8s. Closest to an 8 is Ultima 4. It's 7.8. Also the highest rated shown here. Ooh, strategy top 50, action adventure top 50. Wasteland, it's top action adventure. Wasteland's pretty cool. I've seen it, never played it. Dungeon Master, Pirates. I love Pirates. Ultima 5, Stealth Fighter, Bard's Tale 3, Falcon, Fairy Tale Adventure. Oh my gosh, we've got to play Fairy Tale Adventure after ActRaiser. That is the game that we're going to play after ActRaiser. Bard's Tale 2, Fantasy, Three Stooges. Come on. Maybe it's better. I keep forgetting. I've played the NES version and it's disturbing. Yeah, Might and Magic. I've never played any of them. I only played Heroes of Might and Magic. And I've not played any of the old ones, which look incredible. I definitely should play those sometime. Strategy is Empire, Reach for the Stars, Earl Weaver Baseball, Strike Fleet, Breach, Silent Service, Carrier Force, Crusade in Europe, Decision in Desert, and Flight Sim 2. I wonder. I used to play a game, but it might be a little newer than this. I don't know. That's it. We're at the end. Times of Lore. Start our back cover ad. All right. I guess I have to play. I was about to say Might and Magic 4. That's all right. I guess I have to play King's Quest 4 now. So let me readjust some things so I can see the game, and we'll pop over there. 1 second. Okay. Fruit snack. Oh no. There I am. I guess I gotta go get a fruit card now because I actually forgot one. I'll be right back. And while I wait, we'll go on over to the fruit cards. Y'all can see what we got. I still haven't uploaded the new card. I keep forgetting I got a new one. It's so outrageous that we did. So we'll be right back with a fruit card in about 30 seconds. Link's. Oh, Link's father. I thought you meant like web links were working or something. Link's father 99. Hello, good evening. We were just checking out a magazine. Now we're doing something where we collect these fruit cards from some fruit snacks, but I forgot to bring one, so I'm going to grab it. And then we'll be back with King's Quest 4. I'll be back. Maxilla's more prepared than me. And my green screen just fell down. I mean, there's not a green screen. I'm in space. I'll droll. Okay. Fruit snacks. Oops. I don't have my ears on. Can't hear. Bear fruit rolls. 2 fruit rolls every pack, 4 ingredients, no sugar added. We've got apples, pears, strawberries, all dried. No fresh fruit. I mean, they're dried fruit. Black carrot extract, our 4th ingredient. That is for color. 60 calories. No trans fat in this fruit. Blah, we got a howler monkey. That is a duplicate number 10. Right over there on the end. Back is a maze. Every single card from this box has been a maze. It's amazing. The fruit song is quiet? What is it doing? Oh, you know why? Hold on, let me pull it back again. It's because the game was coming through the wrong thing the other day. And I cut the... Number 8 Sloth. Excellent. We do have that one. But yeah, Howler Monkey, duplicate. Thank you for the redeem, Maxilla. And congrats on your Sloth. Alright, alright. Let's play King's Quest for... There's Rosella. We're in the woods, hanging out. So we did get a little minor hint from our magazine. It was 1988 November. Uberkidden, thank you for redeeming Shark Attack. Perhaps we won't play King's Quest 4. Perhaps we'll play Jaws. For the NES, Shark Attack is a stream interruption that causes this to happen. Bow. Ah! Oh, right. I gotta like resize it too. Jaws! Let's go. Yeah, filibustered stream. Thank you so much for that. Giant. I don't remember how to do this at all. Oh, I'm supposed to turn around there and shoot that. Ah, I'm all off already. Well, I'm not going to do a forced death, or forced death, an on-purpose death then. It's still similar. Looks like. Yeah, now it's not. We'd be dead by now if we were doing it the proper way. We'll just continue and beat it as fast as I can without following a speedrun route. That's a little dangerous, wasn't it? Whoa, so was that. Oh! I thought we were done. Nothing showed up for a minute. Oh, that's right, because you have to grab stuff. We had 2 stars on the screen. Danger, danger. Ah! Ungettable shell. Bonus stage! Killing Jaws is like riding a bike. That's true. Honestly, I remember what I'm supposed to do. I've never really been able to do it outside of like each section in a save state. It's chaining together a lot of I don't know if they're precise by speedrun standards, but for me, I'm going way too fast. I need to slow down. There we go. Ah! It's still messed up. That'll do. Ah. Bad. So bad. 22. That's 7 shells. That's probably enough shells for what we're doing. We just need to get like 3 power. We'll be good. Of course, we may get way more shells than we ever wanted. Just depends on... Come on. Nobody wants to be in the shallows. Yay! Alright, we got a receiver. Now when we go to the docks, we will get power up to our damage. Still haven't seen Jaws, but that's as well as anything. Don't really need to. Oh, I love it when we don't hit anything. Alright, one more, and we'll be good to go. Could even get 4. Maybe we'll go for 4. With the... There he is. There's our buddy. This is pretty good. I am going to go for 4, although Jaws may hit us right here. But... The shallow, yeah. Look at this. This is sick. Oh, I thought it was 5. It must be 6. Ah, bananas. We'll just chill here. Jaws. I don't know if he'll have trouble getting in here or what. There he is. So in Jaws, you can actually sit like 1 pixel down from the top and he won't kill you. It doesn't mean it's safe though, because when baby sharks show up, they can hit you, and then as you see the stingrays, if those two line up just right and Jaws is blocking for the baby shark, you can die, but mostly safe. Although I just realized I should really get like 1 more conch shell. Well, looks like I'm getting 2 more. Wow. Bonus Steen, I think. Alright. Power 4. Oh, it's 7. No joke. I'm just gonna sit here. There he is. Alright, he should die in 1 or 2 of these scenes. We'll see. Whoa. I notice speedrunners don't shoot this fast. I'm wondering if there's like a limit so it doesn't matter, but I like doing it anyway. I should probably look that up sometime. I don't really know. It's pretty quick for my usual. There we go. Now we just have to stab him with our boat. Oh my. Ah, close. So he moves left or right kind of randomly, and at the same speed as your boat. So if you're not lined up, you won't be. Yeah, he's dead. Bye, Jaws. That was pretty quick. Yay! Oops. Wrong one. Bah. Watch the end. I'll be right back. Thanks for the GG, Maxilla. And the applause we were getting. All right. Ah. Now, King's Quest 4. I think we're out of redeems. I don't have a Oregon Trail up, so no Oregon Trail. Oops, that's the wrong button. Now, The Perils of Priscilla, King's Quest 4, hour into stream. Here we go. But I did like all those redeems. That was fun. Insert disc 3, of course. This is a disc swapper here. Uber Kitten, thank you so much for the sub. 15 months. My goodness. It's almost a year and a half. King's Quest. Oh, the rat. I love the rat. So it said, the hint that we got said that there's a bridle somewhere, and there's no clue that it would be there. And you can't see it. This game is a real disc swapper. That's right, like a page turner. A book is a page turner, and a good game is a disc swapper. So I'm wondering if the hint is that there is a horse in the room. That's my first guess. Was that loud as hell for everyone? Oh, it is. It's coming back through here. Hold on, let me pull it down. There we go. That's actually my music channel. For some reason, the game won't come through the game channel. I remember now. So there is a rocking horse in the bedroom upstairs. And that's the only horse of any sort we've seen other than the unicorn, which is not a horse, but sort of. I don't know the taxonomy of a unicorn, but it's bound to be horse-like. Is it in the side room? Like the nursery, maybe? Is that what this is? Or is it the other room? Did I go the wrong way? Yep, here's the horse. Okay, let's see. I don't see a bridle, but get bridle. What do you mean I'll have to take a different approach? I don't know where the... Look horse. I'm just gonna say get bridle everywhere. Search desk. I don't know. Okay, search vanity. What is this thing called? Dresser? I seem to have failed. There is no bridle on the horse. Look bridle. You don't have it. I guarantee you that's what it says. You don't have it. Search crib. No, cradle. An empty cradle. Fudge. Fudge, 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 fudge. That was my only guess from what little clue we got from that magazine. What did it say? It says there's no way you'd see it or even know it's on the screen unless you just search everywhere. F. Search dresser. A chest of drawers sporting a broken mirror sits against the wall. Yeah. Okay. There's like a lodge downstairs. Maybe this is the answer. Sorry for the clicking. I'm having to move my chat. It's a little in the way of the game. Okay. Oh, that reminds me. Sorry, click, click, click. There she is. Lounging. Got two Robertas now. We can't fail. This is sort of like a lodge room, right? Maybe there's a bridle. Maybe this pink thing's a bridle. Get bridle. Search shelves. You examine a few of the remaining books on the bookshelves. Only one catches your attention. It is entitled The Complete Works of William Shakespeare. Read book. No, okay. Get book. You remove the Shakespeare book from the shelf and carry it with you. What the hell? Whoa, whoa, whoa. A little musical sting there. Well, that's something. It's not a bridle. The day shall not be up so soon as I try the fair adventure of tomorrow. Does it just do different ones each time? O Romeo, Romeo, wherefore art thou, Romeo? Deny thy father and fuse thy name, or if thou wilt not, be sworn my love, and I'll no longer be a Capulet. Okay. No. Search wardrobe. Search closet. Maybe. You see nothing special. What is this called? Search armoire. Yeah, I didn't spell it right. Search armoire. And I don't know that that was right either, but we give up. Where do you hide a bridle? Armoire. I saw a documentary. There's some of that cinematic screen swapping that Roberto was talking about. This is the kitchen. There's not going to be... No, you don't put bridles in kitchens. What room is this? Oh, it's another bedroom, but it has a ceiling trapdoor, which we don't know how to get into. What about look under bed? There's nothing under the bed, right? Search dresser. They just call everything a dresser in this. Yeah. Open chest of drawers. It's empty. Completely empty. I guess I can say get bridle on every screen just to see if it says something different. You'll take a different approach. I should have checked my inventory to see if there's anything we could get the trapdoor open with. Oh, I didn't zone here. What about pull bed? Like pull bed into the... Too heavy to move. Pull dresser. Too heavy to move. That is not clear. It's interesting. What do we have? What about the fishing pole? Okay, we have a lantern, a gold ball, peacock feather, small crown, cupid's bow, shovel. The shovel could work. Fishing pole, Shakespeare's book, board, and a dead fish. All right, let's turn off lamp. Let's do that first, just in case we're wasting fuel. Use pole on trapdoor. Open trapdoor with pole. You have absolutely no way of reaching the trapdoor. It is too high. Moving the heavy furniture is out of the question. I feel like I could use a shovel to open a trapdoor. Open trapdoor with shovel. Yeah. Look at wall. The walls have nothing of importance on them. I'm just gonna say I don't believe that you couldn't move the bed by like just pushing it. Like even if it's really heavy, you can kind of scooch stuff usually. Even if it's way heavier than you could lift. The Fisher people maybe have a bridle? What if it's just laying around somewhere? I'm not. Where would I search? Hmm. Tis a conundrum. The only other house is the fisherman's house. And if you're just joining us or something, the reason we're looking for a bridle is we have to take a unicorn to an evil fairy witch. And while we shot it with Cupid's bow and it's our friend now, or possibly in love with us, I'm not sure how Cupid's bow works. It won't follow us. We have to ride it. But we can't ride it bareback. We have to have a bridle, apparently. Can't just, I don't know. What do you do? Lead with the mane or something? I don't know how you steer a horse without a bridle, honestly. So I guess fair enough. I think you can do it with your legs if you know what you're doing. Or is that for speed? I've ridden like 2 horses, so I don't really know. And it was like 30 years ago. Has horse technology changed in the last 30 years? I wonder. We also need to get his flute, but it's beyond me. Cyber horses, no kidding. I didn't even know. They look so real. They look so real. Hmm. Surely the Fisher people don't have bridles. Where would they use a bridle for? Seahorse? Like in the second game? What if it's in the whale? Or what if it's at Genesta's? Ugh, we'll have to swim across the ocean again. Unpleasant. That's the most unpleasant part of this game, I think, swimming across the ocean. There's random shark attacks, which is unpleasant. Is that not a bridle? Get bridle. What if it's just rope? Maybe the word's rope. Get rope. Get bridle. Maybe I'm closer. It'll do it. Search shelves while they're just standing here. Search bed. Lumpy and uninviting. Look under bed. Ooh. Look barrel. Nothing special. Yeesh. Is that a key? Look key. No. Look wall? Nothing of importance on the walls. Fair enough. What a maddening hint. So the magazine said, in its review, there was an unfair puzzle involving the bridle because the bridle was not shown on the screen and there's no way to know it was there unless you search everything randomly. I mean, where to begin? really, I guess. There's the crypt we haven't been into. No key. There's just the beach. I mean, I search beach. Is there just a bridle laying around? No, nothing. I'm wondering if that's even less helpful than not knowing the clue. Did we get like a clue that's just enough information to be useless? I mean, worse than useless, actually harmful? Like, is there a bridle behind this rock? Get bridle. Yeah, the quest to find the bridle. A bridle's just what, like a bit and a leather strap, right? I mean, honestly, you could probably do with just a rope. If you're really get bridle. Maybe it's what's causing the splash there. No. Mm. What if the unicorn already has one, but it's like just on its side and you can't see it? That would be really insane, right? If you have 8 bridle bits, do you get a bridle bite? Interesting. That must be the case, though. That sound logic. It's behind the rock. Search Sirach. Search rock. But yeah, so far we've played all the Sierra games chronologically up to King's Quest IV, except for a few misses, one of the Donald Duck games, and Gold Rush. Oh no, a bit in a saddle. Indeed. Gosh, hopefully if there's a saddle, we can like at least see it. That's a big item to just have hidden behind a object. What if the rest of the game is just finding like gotta find blinders, little leg things for the stress saddle, stirrups. There we go. Can't think of the name. The blanket for under the saddle. Search willow. Is that a willow? No. Search tree. It looks willowy. There are numerous trees. Okay, but like if you were here and I said, go look at that tree, I'm pretty sure you'd know what I was talking about. Search bridge. A party hat to hide the horn. Yeah, so people don't, know that it's a, unicorn. Till it poops glitter, and then everyone's suspicious. It ate a bath bomb. It's fine. It's fine. Not a unicorn. There's our buddy. Maybe now that we can get close, we can just like look unicorn, and it's like it has a bridle. Okay, well then why weren't you riding it? Unicorn seems afraid. It nickers softly as you approach. Get bridle. Use bridle on unicorn. Maybe I already have it and I don't know it. Yeah, you don't have it. Freaking hell. I'm just thinking like of all the screens. Yeah, okay, we looped, so let's go East 1 to insert a new disk, and then we will search disk 3 for the bridle. Also, once we find the bridle, I'll probably reload and then get the bridle immediately that way, because the dwarves' house. We never searched the dwarves' house. Well, we'll get there. I'm just gonna search each screen methodically. But just to save time, because this does have a real time component where it becomes nighttime. And from what I've read, if you don't do everything in the daytime that you need to, you will. Ooh, this is a dangerous place to be. Maybe that's a bridle. Over here. Get bridle. Those weird sticks. I think they're just things to hold the logs, but get bridle. All right. We'll have to be ready for a death here. Be quick with our zoning so we don't get eaten by an ogre. All right, seems safe. Let's enter. There's no bridle here, is there? No. Back at the graveyard. I guess I may as well type it here. I've tried search tree, right? An old rotting tree adds decrepit charm, or charm to the decrepit cemetery. Sorry. Please insert disc 2. Do you know why we're inserting disc 2? Because there is a running water sound file that it really wants to load. Enter tree. I've tried enter tree. I think it says something about you can't climb the tree right now because you're closed. See, you insert disc 3 to get that awesome water noise, and then you can put disc 3 back in for the awesome graphics. Take a nap. These load times are killer. Yes, dwarf house. All right, we're going to find the bridle here. Open door. Search pantry. Nothing special. Open cabinet. There's nothing in the cupboards. Get bridle. Hold on. I just noticed something. Can we go this way? There's like a little gap. Oh, I was so excited for this. Damn. Maybe it's in their bedroom. Get bridle. I mean, I've definitely already searched like the dresser. Look dresser. Search. Search drawers. Nothing special. I never searched the beds in here. Look under beds. Yeah, okay. Look under bed. Okay. Sounds like a no. Search shelves. Quit being a snoop, Rosella. Okay, well, rude. So they're just going to say that and try to get me not to search. Then I'll never find it. Get clock. You can't get that. All right. Alas. This is just the first quest we're on, and we can't even find a damn bridle. Just type it here, get bridle. I'm wanting to say you're too far away. Because on the screen where you can get the bridle, surely it won't say take a different approach. It'll just say get closer or... I don't know. I don't know. Look log. There's a bridle on it. You see nothing special. Here's the house. We searched the house. I've fallen. What if I search the river? Search river. Search waterfall. Nothing special. Gah. Maybe it's plant. I've tried to search plant here. I mean, bush here, and it says there's no bushes, which is ridiculous. Mostly you see pine trees. I mean, yes, mostly I do see pine trees, but very... Are these saplings? Search sapling. Oh, dear. I'm gaming. This is how King's Quest 3 felt until I figured out where that key was. And by figured out, I mean read in a magazine. Shrubbery. That's right. It's like, oh, great. Okay, and this is a death screen if you walk across it, unless you're way over here. Pet butt tree. Oh, that's on a different screen. No butt trees here. We'll go by the butt tree in a minute, though, so no worries. Time to leave this mortal world. Well, there's butt tree anyway. Sounds. Didn't I enter like way on the edge? Roberta. Stupid bear cave saves. It's not the bear cave. It's a troll cave. A random troll cave. Oh god, what if the bridle's in the troll the troll cave? I'm not okay, if the bridle's in the troll cave, you may as well just tell me now. I'm not searching the cave for a bridle. We just will never beat this game unless someone tells me it's in there. Now, if it's not in there, feel free never to tell me. I'll find it. But if it's in the troll cave, not happening. I put my foot down. Okay. They gave me an idea, though, earlier. I'm going to go search the log pile because I've never done that, and it's pretty prominent at the Ogre Cottage. But if you've never played this game before, it has some bad game design decisions involving random deaths. Is that the nicest way I could say that? It's one thing to die because you walked under, I don't know, a pit trap you didn't know existed, like in Space Quest. Because it's like, oh, ha, funny. But now it's there. The pit trap's there. You avoid it. Good. But just sometimes there's a shark. And you die. Realistic? Not as often as it happens. And we're screwed. I immediately zoned. Music did not like that. Yeah, we got killed. Brilliant. So yeah, he shows up sometimes. Oh no, you're caught. The terrible ogre grabs you by the braids and drags you off to an untimely end. Dinner will definitely be on you tonight. Roberta thanks you for playing King's Quest. Be more careful. Oh no, I need to keep in mind that I don't have the book. We got a Shakespeare book, which I no longer have. So that's something to think about. And be aware of, I guess. Do you think Pan would want the Shakespeare book? We've never tried to give Pan a Shakespeare book. Hmm. Pan's just staring at the camera, frozen. Where's the bridal lamp? And smack him over the head with the book. That's right. I wonder if Roberta counts, like, if I say ask a question and the game says, I don't understand the word ask. Is that understanding what I typed? It understood that it didn't understand. Legit. Oh boy. No ogre music. We're safe. Task failed successfully. That's right. Look. Woodpile. Peel. Woodpile. Nothing special. Search logs. Look door. Hide and pale. That is not understood. Uh-oh. Roberta would not be pleased. All right, anyway, let's continue our search from here. We'll just go up instead of down, I guess. To avoid death trees. wonder what the trees don't like. Could be anything. We didn't go into the mine. Better. Where would the bridle be in the mine? I kind of already searched there, but I guess it could be in there. I don't really know. Just 1 second. Oh no! Ah, I clicked in and it moved her. No good. Exciting load times near you. There's some ogre music for you. The dirt ramp puzzle. The dirt ramp puzzle. Okay. It's like not responding to my clicking. There we go. Woof. Yay! Dwarf music. Get bridle. You have to take a different approach. Can I just jump off this, or is that like death? Yeah, I can jump off. Speed run strats. So these guys are my friends because I cleaned their house. That was the puzzle. I thought there was a minecart down here. I guess not. Look bucket. Ah, look bucket. Look cave. It's not really a cave, but nothing special. Did I type get bridle? I did, right? Hot soup. Yeah. They also are my friend because I allowed them to eat soup in their own home. And then I cleaned the dishes. And stood patiently while they got their own soup. How come she didn't get all dizzy off of that little hill? Very strange. Oh, gosh. Get bridle. Oh, right. Got some running water on this page, I guess. Oh, screen, sorry. Hedged. Hedges. Yeah, I was like, that's what I kind of thought you meant. And I was like, maybe they're hedges. Yeah. Maybe so. Some water and some frogs. All right. So north of here is the house, which I guess we didn't search the exterior of the house. Also, here's a good fall if you want to... I avoided it. Very clever. Bridal. Oh no, you don't think it's like King's Quest 3? I searched the wardrobe, I looked at the wardrobe, I did all that. But like you ended up having to type like look at top of wardrobe. Look on top of wardrobe. What if it's that? What if it's just on top of the wardrobes? A bush, a shrubbery, and a hedge? Yeah, I don't think I do either. But I'll tell you that when I say shrubbery, it's like those where there's just like they're like growing real dense. And then I mean the same thing with hedge, but if they're forming a fence or wall. And if I say bush, it usually is more like a less shrubbery like plant. But I don't know the technical difference. Search, or how about look on top of cabinet, or whatever this is. What is this? Is this a cabinet? Does not understand top. Well, I guess it's not that. Get the hell out of here. That door in the corner, if you're wondering why I didn't go in there because you missed it, that leads to a tower and some stairs that are quite treacherous. And at the top, there's an organ. And that's it. I didn't actually search the kitchen because I thought that was stupid, but now that I'm out of any better ideas, we're searching the kitchen. Oh, this guy's the king. Search shelves. See nothing special. I mean, that's basically all there is in this room. Where do you put bridles? Get bridle. Nah. Search barrel. The barrel is empty. You can't use it. Get barrel. I'm not get barrel. Open barrel. All right. Wait. Look barrel. What did that say? Let me read this again. Now I have an idea. The barrel is empty. You can't use it. Mm. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Is this stairs? Get stairs. Use ladder. You can't use that here right now. Okay, get ladder. Ah! So I was right on the shrubbery and the hedge, but I didn't know that they're all bushes. Because that sounds... That's... Get... Get ladder. I don't know how else to say this. This seems perfect. We need this upstairs. All right, what about this butter churn? Churn butter. Get butter, or get, oh, look. What do they call that? The old kitchen is quite bare. The fireplace has been cold for years, and the dusty pantry is empty but for old crumbs. Okay. Get crumbs. You have no use for crumbs. Well. I went back on purpose. I wanted to try and open the window, but I know it won't. Open window. And now that I look at it. Oh no, I thought that was broken glass on the ground. That's actually the spider web, I think. Yeah, it does. It looks like one of those Victorian pictures you can buy at like a thrift store and you hang in your house and then you never go in that room anymore because it's spooky. Open window. They are broken, it looks like, now that I see it again. Look, Shand. I spelled it right, or at least in a way that was wrong enough for the game to understand. Get chair. You can't get that. Take chair. Roberta is going to haunt me. Actually, with the way she kills all of us in these games, we'll haunt her. All right, so I can't get the chair. I can't get anything to stand on to open up the ceiling. Look table. A once beautiful marble-top table rests below a broken mirror. Fine. Next time, be more careful. Yeah. Scrawl it on her mirror in blood. As a ghost, I mean, not like as a hobby. Be more careful. Ah! Get bridle. Take bridle. Seize. Oh shoot. How the hell do you spell seize? Never mind, we're not seizing anything. It's a stupid word. Look door. Open door. Okay. Use shovel to open door. Seize. Ah, oh, that's how you spell seize. Like the candy. Please insert disc 2. Ah, yes, we're on a waterfall next, so we have to have water noises from disc 2. I feel like there's more water noises on disc 3 that need disc 2 than there are on disc 2. I think that's right. Because the beach with the river doesn't have the water noise. So it's just the other screen, right? I might be wrong. Often am. Welcome to hour 2 of Searching for a Bridal. I hope everyone's having a good night. Sorry I missed yesterday. I was a little tired and went to sleep instead of streaming. But I thought I'll just do it Monday. Nobody will notice. But if you thought today was Sunday, I apologize for the confusion. What if it's back here? Wow. Look bridal. You don't have it. Right. Get bridal is what I'm supposed to be typing. We're not going in there. Maybe we'll go to the entrance of the cave. Would there be 2 items, a piece of wood and a bridle? That seems a little rich for a single screen. I did just have an idea. We're about to be on the screen that leads us to Lalotte. What if she knew we'd need a bridle and sent it with us? Oh, come on. That wasn't even a fall. Get bridle. You had thought yesterday was Sunday until the stream didn't. Yeah. Look, tree. What is this tree doing anyway? What is all this? What was that noise? What is this on the ground? It's actually solid. Is it just like a stump? Look, stump. You see nothing special. Okay. If you say so. Bridle. It's a bridle. Yeah. I tried to get bridle on this very screen. It said I can't. And we're back to where we began this journey. I'm literally out of ideas. I don't know how to search for something that isn't shown. My bridle lies over the ocean. Oh gosh, we got to go to Genesta's now. You're right. I don't know if that was an actual clue or if just a reminder that I hadn't searched Genesta's castle. But where else would a bridle be but a fairy tale castle? Either way, it is the last place I have left to search. You tripped over a bridle and died. Next time, be more careful. All right, let's try to avoid sharks. I might need more water before I go into the ocean. I'm running low. I might go get Dr. Pepper. I don't know. Just getting a little. Ridiculous. Do I have a save at Genesta's castle by chance? I think I did a few things since the castle though, so I don't want to reload that far. And I still don't have the book. It's fine. Who needs a book when you've got a bridle? Can we speed this up? Not really. Off we go! Good luck with the sharks. So to avoid sharks, you enter the screen and then you wait a while. And then if there's shark noises, you don't keep going. It's exciting. Seems good. Yeah, shark noises. Screams, gnashing of teeth, rending of flesh, that sort of thing. Typical shark noises. Oh. Apparently it changes screens, so... Oh, fudge. Alright, backtrack. Screw this. We're loading an old save. Let's just see where we're at in the old save. We could be anywhere. It would be on this disc, because we really have just used these 2 saves for ages. Mostly because we went all the way to the castle and found nothing. So, well, a peacock feather. I know. Seems to have no use. Please be at the island. Where did I last save? Doesn't sound like it. Sounds like we're at the Ogre House. And our score goes from what? 51 to what? It's still 51. That would be... Where the hell are we? Oh! This is even dumber. We're being accosted by the Lolot's goons. But our score is still 51, so may as well use this load. I mean, be earlier in time at least. I don't know by how much. All right, we're going to run straight to the ocean and save there. What do I have, like 4 deaths on this stream? 60 deaths, I guess. Something like it. I don't know. It's a shark! So with the shark changing screens, oh god, that means I just have to save and hope for 4 screens in a row that I don't get, that I don't have a shark appear. Ludicrous. Maybe it's 3 screens. I don't know. All right. No more Mr. Nice. We have sped up the emulation speed. Everyone enjoy our slightly faster load times. Okay, maybe that's a little too fast. It's making the music sound a little upsetting. There we go. Yeah, this'll do. Music sounds good, but we're still booking it. Disc 2 inserted. All right. Oh, me. Hey, friend. Goodbye. Gotta find a bridle for you. I think I want to go down one. If I remember right, going that way on this screen... Ooh, I might be wrong. It might be the helicopter screen. One of these screens takes you to a stupid whale, which is not as fun. All right, we're going to save right here on Bear Cave 1. Oh, and did I say, Maxilla, thank you so much for the... Okay. I don't care. Ah. Brilliant. Oh my god, what if the bridle's in the whale? That's quite the horrifying thought, Maxilla. Let's add a new save game disc. Yeah, I know. Ah. Dang it. I'm wanting it to ask me... Glorious Spider, how's it going? Oh, man. Ah, change directory. There it is. That's all I want to do. DF1. Okay. Excellent. So we're on DF1. Change directory. Yes, DF1. Okay, excellent. Ocean. How's it going, Glorious Spider? Well, it's been okay, but at the beginning of this stream, we read a magazine from 1988 December. It was called Computer Gaming World, and it had a nice review of the game in there. And halfway through, it turned into a walkthrough, and I stopped reading soon after. So I only got one hint, and the hint wasn't groundbreaking, but the hint was this: it was complaining as a part of the review about how the bridle doesn't show up on the screen it's on. You can't see it, and you'd only find it by searching everywhere randomly. It then went on to say where, which I did not read because I realized it was getting into like too much information territory, and someone in chat said it was gonna be way too much, so we skipped it. But it sort of demoralized me, that hint. Because now I'm like, great. I'm looking for something. I've also sped it up here. I'm looking for something that a magazine thought was hard enough to find that they wrote about it as being unfair. But we're swimming to Genesta's castle, so yeah, I think I preferred the high-res adventures. Not really, but they're pretty fun. All right, so I've just been going everywhere and typing get bridle. But here, I'll slow the game back down now that we're across the ocean. The ocean's just so frustrating. Oh, we got lucky there, though. That was nice. All right. Back to normal speed. I should have read it and took the hint. Yeah. It's still open. I could scroll back and read it. I probably will after I search Genesta's, because, like, I really don't even have any ideas of where else to search. I searched all the rooms of all the buildings I'm aware of, and all the exterior set pieces. I'm not really sure what else I could even do. And really, the only room in here is Genesta's bedroom. Everywhere else is locked up, so I'm not really sure what to do. I'm just scouring every scene for bridal-like material. Oh, yeah, I'm playing all Sierra games in chronological order. So, I started with Mystery House, and we're up to King's Quest 4, of course. And here, this is more fun. I'll read the list. World famous list of games I will be playing. After King's Quest 4 is... Where is King's Quest 4? King's Quest 4. We've got Manhunter New York, Gold Rush, Police Quest 2, Space Quest 3, Heroes Quest, which is Quest for Glory 1, Manhunter 2, The Colonel's Bequest, Codename Iceman, Conquest of Camelot. Then we've got Quest for Glory 2, and then King's Quest 5, Space Quest, Police Quest 3, Space Quest 4. The one before that was a remake, so actually we wouldn't be playing Space Quest 1. Eco Quest. Mixed Up Fairy Tales, slightly different than Mother Goose, Castle of Dr. Brain, Conquest of Longbow, Rise of the Dragon, Jones in the Fast Lane, Quest for Glory 3, King's Quest 6, Laura Bow and the Dagger of Amon-Ra, Freddy Farkas, Eco Quest 2, Pepper's Adventures in Time, Gabriel Knight, King's Quest 7, The Princeless Bride, Phantasmagoria, Shivers, Torrance Passage, Gabriel's... No! Where's Mask of Eternity? None of these are called that. But I didn't go past Phantasmagoria. So if it's like a newer one, I probably would play that. I just didn't have it on the list of old ones. Look in pot. Maybe there's a bridle in this pot. You can't do that now. We also have 2 games we have to go back and play because we missed them. It's like Donald Duck Adventures and something else. Yeah. I think it's comprehensive. I skipped the Larrys. I may play those differently. It's King's Quest 8. Okay. Yeah, I don't think I had Gabriel Knight 3 on there either, did I? No, yeah, it goes only up to Phantasmagoria. So. But yes, I do plan on playing all the ones after that. I just didn't finish the list for the newer stuff. Like, I don't think Quest for Glory 4 is even on here, and I'm definitely playing that. And 5. I love Quest for Glory 4. Very good. I wish they had gone more in that direction, I suppose, with the games. Minus the tons of bugs. All right. Get bridle. Look dresser. They call everything a dresser. It must hold Genesta's clothes. We'll find out. Open the dresser. No, it's private. Look under. Not even a bed. That's like a clamshell. There's nothing under the bed. Talk, Genesta. As you attempt to speak to the gravely ill Genesta, her small fairy helpers flutter madly about, trying to prevent you from disturbing her. Okay, but it's talking, so I don't think they can prevent me from talking. I give up. No, I don't give up. But it's a magazine. It's a valid strategy to read contemporary magazines. I still haven't decided if I'm going to, but I'm rolling back to the page it's on. I suppose we can all just look at it. Let's all look at it together and decide if we're going to read this or not. Where is it? Da, 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 da. Boop. Okay. What are we thinking? Should I go back 2 pages and just read? War Game of the Century. That's right. Where is it? That's too far. It's on the next page, I think. No, next page. Yeah, King's Quest. Here it is. I'm going to read it. We can't just sit here and look for a bridle for the next 3 weeks. I mean, we could, but all right, let's try this again. Oh, Sakana Cow. Yeah, we read this earlier, and here, I'll read what I read earlier. I won't read ahead yet. So it's some of the puzzles are just not fair. For instance, one object Rosella needs is a bridle. I knew I needed a bridle. I'd been looking for it at the end of last stream. Finding this can be a frustrating experience since it's not visible on the screen and you'd never know it was there unless you had Rosella search every possible spot on the screen. There are no clues at all, therefore you might not even search long, if at all. All right, I'm going to read the next part. And as the location itself is not easy to reach, you have to do some swimming, among other things. It makes the situation exasperating. Boo! It's not even a full hint. No. That's not an answer. I mean, I guess we know it's at Genesta's. Or it's in the whale. If it's in the whale, I swear. I swear. That's barely a clue at all. I've been hoodwinked. I thought I had a fallback plan, but I guess not. Now, I don't use real hints. So far, we haven't had anything too troublesome. Except for fishing twice. I thought that was kind of lame, but I'm at least used to Roberta enough to know to try things twice after I fail. All right. I'm going to guess it's in the whale. Since it said amongst other things, which is vague. Or maybe I'll look out this window first. Look pot. Loot pot. I mean, that is pot. Loot cot. No, not the cot. Look window. Always a bridal, never always a bridal maid, never a bridal. Yeah. Oh dear. So yeah, we've always allowed magazine incidental hints like that. Usually because by the time we're reading the magazine, I'm well stuck on something. It's been most useful in King's Quest 3, really the only time I think that we've used a magazine to the fullest. Yeah, the fairies. Yeah. I thought Genesta was evil for a while, but then I've decided she's not. She's just desperate. So she comes off a little evil. Unless it's in one of those rooms, but I can't figure out how to open those doors. I tried. I knocked on them even, I think. Oh god, did I? If it's not in the whale, I guess we'll search in there. Ocean, yeah. I guess it could be on the beach or in the fountain. Should I search there before I go whaling? Probably. What a game. Good thing we only have another hour or two. The whale is such a good moment. It was shocking when I first got eaten by the whale. And then I started to wonder if it was just an Easter egg, and now I guess I'm learning that it may or may not be. You know what? I'm just going to save here. Oops, I overclicked. I'm going to save here. Just save over ocean. We have multiple game save disks, so don't freak out. I do not just have one save like a psychopath in a Sierra game. This isn't LucasArts. Oh, man. I like that's like my favorite thing in the game, especially when it like decides to pull the tail up. So good, the peacock. Where am I? Why did I vanish? I must have clicked that when I was trying to turn off the magazine. Very odd. No, I'm fixing it now. I don't know what that's about. Clicky click click click. I've got too many things in this scene. Can't find anything. There we go. Why is it loading? Did I drown? Oh, I moved. I moved north slightly. No, when I turned the magazine on, I probably clicked it. They both are called non-NES, and then one says magazine and one says face cam. Because I just copied the NES one and then well, copied, not duplicated, and then renamed everything. And instead of Sierra, it says non-NES. There we go. I think if I go hang around, right, it just swallows me. Yeah, there it is. Okay. I was trying to remember how that happened. Horrors, you've been swallowed by a huge whale. Whew, this place stinks. Dive. I guess the wagon wheel is the hint? Because there presumably would be... Oh, I'm standing. Search wagon? Search wheel? Get bridle. I've just been typing get bridle on every scene. Yeah. Damn. Get bottle. The wheel isn't wagging to you. That's funny. This is a fun one. No points for that, I note. Which is why I thought this was an Easter egg. You relieve the imprisoned note from the bottle. Read note. It's very exciting. Anybody out there? I had a condor drop this bottle in the nearest ocean to beg for help with King's Quest 1. Help me with this fire-breathing dragon. That's different than before. Curious. Search boat. There's nothing in the old boat. It didn't help James, and it won't help you. Can I get a bone? There's a dog, I think, in that ogre house. Search water? Seawater floats in the whales. I'm in the stomach? I don't think so. Look under water. 2 words. There's nothing of interest under the seawater. Okay, so this is just a scam. Oh, I have an idea. Shoot Cupid's... Oh, what is that thing called? How do you spell thing that hangs in the back of your tongue? I think I know. Let me just spell it right. It's uvula. Okay. Ugh! Such a plan. The other way is to, like, light something on fire, typically. Peacock feather, maybe. Tickle it. Tickle uvula with feather. Not here. Like, I need to be in different... Is it timed? I don't really understand why I fall off. It's just sort of... Do I need to be near the edge? No. I don't get it. Vuvuzela. No. Do I need to go, like, over after I'm up a bit? No. I don't get it. I don't understand. I'm going to die from noxious fumes in a moment, like last time. I have no ideas. I mean, I have ideas, but none of them seem to work. Scout. You scream and holler and shout until your throat is hoarse, but to no avail. Wear crown. I don't know. That's not a good idea now, perhaps. Oh my gosh. Bait fish with dead fish. Oh, wait, that's stupid. You know what I meant, but bait pole with fish. Bait pole with dead fish. With what? Anyway, it doesn't matter. I don't think those are accurate teeth. Did someone say that? Yeah, sucking a cow. I agree. I just caught up with that. Smelt coins into fish. Grab wheel. Get wheel. Get shield. Get wheel. Not here. Didn't mean like, can I tickle whale with feather? Can I do that here? Not here. Ugh. Can I climb the back wall? No. The cheek? No. Surely that's not the butt. Surely we're just in the mouth. Look, uvula. Maybe there's a hint. Yes, that's a big... Look, tongue. Why am I falling off? I feel like this is silly. This is the biggest tongue you've ever seen. It's also extremely slimy, slippery, and bumpy. I see. I don't believe that. I feel like you could climb a whale's tongue if you could climb it at all. You failed whale anatomy class. Fair enough. I got really hopeful there near the end. I was like, yes. I mean, this is psychotic. It wouldn't let me leave. Do I have anything else like projectile wise? Throw gold ball at uvula. That would not accomplish anything. Well, you don't know if you don't try. This is so dumb. Well, we drowned. It looks like the oxygen has finally gotten to you, Rosella. Anyway, who cares? I'm not going back in there. There was no bridle. All right. If there is something in the whale, I'm never going back in there. So you'll just have to tell me one day. Oh no! I love that emote of the fish eating forever. It's a good emote. Are we loading? Did I not restore? Oh, here it is. All right, let's search the castle grounds, I guess, for a bridle. Hmm. Through the hedges. I was trying to get to the fountain, but I guess I needed to be in the courtyard to get to the fountain. Look pond. That's totally okay. It's okay if I suffer forever. I don't know why we did this earlier, but throw ball in pond. Um we kind of got a weird chat hint on that one. They didn't tell us directly what to do, but they said we had everything we needed, which is a pretty good clue since I basically had 3 items. Oh no, I meant I don't mind if you don't tell me. I kind of don't want to be told, but I'm also kind of terrified by the clue of it's somewhere you'll never find unless you find it, which is a pretty demoralizing. Search bridge. Swancar Bridge. Yeah, I didn't think it'd be there. Wouldn't make a lot of sense. Look bench. A garden bench rests near a small pond. We searched the dolphin statue already. We have looked around the back of the castle. I thought it would be that wagon wheel. Yeah, that seemed pretty sensible. They are so pretty. We're a real step up from Mystery House, aren't we? Yeah, this game's fun. It's like King's Quest 3 when I couldn't find the key, and then I found out where the key was, and I was very unsatisfied because the key was somewhere I had already looked. I just hadn't quite. There's a great ad for it. It's just like a full page of her pixel face. Oh, awesome. Genestus Fairies. I'm going to go knock on those doors and see what happens. What if there's somewhere else across the ocean? Like we have to swim farther. That would be bonkerella. That's what that would be. That would be too much. Oh, man. Oh. Knock door. You're not close enough. Fair enough. And it claims that a video game will make you cry. Yeah, there's no answer. I have done this before. I remember doing this, I'm almost certain. There's no answer. Turn knob. What if it's just like she didn't try to open the door right? Unlock door. Unlock door. Yeah, I get it. I don't have a key. I don't have a key. I don't have a key. Talk fairy. Perhaps they cannot talk. Stray and Titanfall 2 are the saddest games. I played through Stray, I think. Most of it. Did I finish it? I think I finished it. I can't remember if I finished Stray because I realized what the ending would be at one point. And then I don't remember if I actually saw that happened or if I've just made up the ending. And so I don't know if I know the right ending. I won't talk about it since you haven't finished it. And also since I may have made it up and it's inaccurate. Or if I actually finished it and saw the ending. Unknown. I looked at that tapestry. I've looked in the pot. There's no other doors. Oh, yeah, for sure. No, I try never to talk about that sort of thing. I even spoiler alerted yet like the other day. What was it? It's like Ulysses and the Golden Fleece. Pretty sure no one was worried about it, but Here we go. Here we go. What if I give this cat a fish? Give cat fish. Okay, well, I'm not using slang here. I'm saying this cat. Look, cat. Teach a cat to fish and you'll feed him for a lifetime. Give leopard fish. I tried to pet the cat and it got mad at me. That's probably not a good idea. Give fish to leopard. I think now I can't spell leopard. Yeah, that's not how you spell leopard. Now I'm going to have to see. My brain shuts down around 2. Leopard, of course. Give fish to leopard. Leopard, I'm sorry, I'll say it right. The snow leopard doesn't want it. All right. That leopard. You got spoiled for the Titanic. Or for Titanic. I saw Titanic many times in theaters. Gosh, for a good solid 2 months, my group of friends, we go to the movie every weekend, right? And for a solid 2 months, the vote in the group was Titanic. I think one of the times me and one other person went and saw Tomorrow Never Dies, or maybe, I think it was Tomorrow Never Dies. Because we're like, we cannot watch Titanic again. Yeah, I don't care if it's a good or not idea or not. That's right. Throw fish at Janesta. New friends. It was basically everyone at my school in my grade. I don't know who else I would hang out with. That is not clear. Well, figure it out, game. At least these stairs aren't dangerous, like most of the stairs. Oh boy. Apparently they're still hard to navigate though. Not all 8 people now. It was like 12. Really, but I don't really know how you meet people that aren't at your school and you don't have a job and they don't live next to you. I've never thought about it, but I don't know that I knew anyone that wasn't either a neighbor or a schoolmate. There were more than 12. There was another school. I just never saw them. Like, we didn't have a sports team, so we didn't like play the other teams. So we never even were like at the same place ever. What was my school sport? Musical theater. When you try to mount the horse, it says there's no way to steer. And the way I knew I needed it was because that's how you steer a unicorn. New Sportington, population 405. Yeah. Yeah, musical theater and show choir. But all of those competitions were out of town, so we didn't Pokemon cards? No way. Fruit cards. Always. I know you already knew that, but they are in a Pokemon card holder. Oh, you learned the word bridle from this game. Yeah. I probably would have too if I played it at the age it came out. Yeah, I'm only one card short. I'm just really hoping that that lasts for the rest of my life. And we never get it. Search tree. I am at a freaking loss. Anyone just joining, we read a magazine and the hint to find the bridle. I already knew I needed a bridle because we shot the unicorn with Cupid's bow and then tried to ride it, and it said I needed a bridle in not so many words. Gonna have to make a new song. Oh gosh, good plan. Yeah. But we were reading a magazine review of this, and it said one of the blurbs in the magazine was like, "This is a good game, but some of the puzzles aren't fair." Understatement. Like one where you need a bridle, and I was like, "Oh, that's me. I'm exactly in that spot." And it said, "There's no way to know where the bridle is. You can't see it, and the only way to find it is to search." On top of that, it's at a hard to get to location across the ocean. That's why we're at Genestus. It's the only place across the ocean I know of, other than the whale. The whale turned up nothing. So that's why I'm here searching. Look sand. I don't really know where I'm supposed to look. This game doesn't like you to look at things. Look bush. Like that, like you just say search bush, and it says the same as look bush. So like, as far as I know, looking and searching are the same. Another way I've been doing is I type get bridle everywhere I go and hope that it says I'm not close enough. Ooh, look at the peacock. There's its tail. So good. That is 100% a hedge. Yeah, absolutely. Look tree. There are many trees in the garden. Brilliant. I'm about to swim off to the west indefinitely. I have no idea, Retro Demergy. I really don't. That's the problem. Like, I mean, other than get bridle, get griddle, get bridle. I don't know how to search for something I can't see. One example is I searched some shelves and it said there's a book on here of interest. So like, usually when you look at something, it says something catches your eye, and you're like, get it inside the tree trunks, exactly. But you're 1% sure. If it is, that's horrifying. Let's see if we get eaten by a shark. I need to load anyway because we've burned a lot of daylight here. Swimming across the ocean. Look at him go. That's right. Rosella's a world-class swimmer. There are sharks out here and whales, both of which kill me because I don't know how to get out of the whale, and the shark straight kills you. I don't know that there's anything out here. Clouds changed. If there is something out here, Roberta has a sick mind. Look at those pretty fish. Ooh, there they are. Lovely. You're getting very tired, Rosella. So my guess is no. I'm going to drown. Speaking of death, I should have added the one before. Oh, there we go. Into the ocean. You're too tired to swim anymore. Your body gives as you prepare to join Davy Jones in his locker. Davy Jones, the 70s pop star? the bottom of the ocean. It's possible. And pretty much all I need is the bridle, because we also read a slight spoiler, although we kind of knew it already, that Lilot, that's the evil fairy witch, is going to ask us for multiple things to prove our like non-threateningness or whatever. And the first thing she asked for is a unicorn. We have yet to deliver the unicorn. So I'm not really even looking for anything else. I just need the bridle. Frustrating. It's not in the castle that I can get to or that I know how to search. It's pixel art of Genesta. Here it is. This is going to be an ad for can a computer game make a person cry? Oh yeah, it is Genesta. Powerfully emotional. We hate to see a grown-up cry, but sometimes it happens when you do games right, Sierra. Look at those 9, 2, 4, 6, 7. It said it had 9 5 1/4 discs, but I only see 7 in the photo. Oh, James was the one dead in the whale, yeah. Yeah, this is the Amiga version we're playing, and it's a 4-discer. They actually have 5 there of the 3.5, so that's interesting. Oh, y'all can't see that. I forgot. I clicked the link and I'm looking at it, but I didn't put it on stream. So I'm just talking a screen you can't see. No thank you, whale. It's the last thing I need. We're in the whale. How did I manage the climbing stuff in the King's Quest games? Did King's Quest 2 have climbing? Or do you mean like the stairs? Just slowly and died a lot. This has one perilous pair of particularly pernicious... Is there a P word for stairs? Damn it. Stairs. Horrors! You've been swallowed by a huge whale. Whew, this place stinks. 12% sure. I've searched everywhere for the bridle. Get bottle. There's always ads in here for other games. I was about to type open bottle. Open bottle. I mean, it seems to have swallowed a wagon wheel. Read notes. I got a note in a bottle. Let's see if it's the King's Quest one again. Enter esophagus. I see beautiful mermaid in King's Quest 2, but she won't help me. Tell me what to do. What did you do for the mermaid? Give her the necklace? Turn wheel. That is not understood. Look wheel. I hate when you say something like this and it's like nothing interesting. Well, then why'd you put it there? I'm going to do enter esophagus, Super Kitten. Enter esophagus. That is not clear. Well, lip boat. Turnboat? That's not what I mean, though. Yeah, King's Quest 2 had a girl. Was she in a tower? That seems right. Look wheel? Or just look. It says you're in the giant mouth of whale, but we'll read it. Look. Horrors! You've been swallowed by a huge whale. Oof, this place stinks. But if you look whale, I think maybe that's the word. No. Look mouth? Graham's bride to be. The whale's throat and mouth are enormous, huge teeth and a great tongue, and yes, even a large uvula. What's that, you say? Well, suffice to say, it looks like a big punching bag and hangs down from the top of the throat. See, you learn something every day. Now, I've tried to interact with that and climb the tongue every time I'm in here, because obviously I've seen cartoons, You just mess with the uvula and they throw you up. But I don't understand if this is a climbing puzzle or if this is just a troll. Dive down the throat. That's not bad. I tried dive earlier. Dive into throat. Just dive. That usually worked in the King's Quest game. Go underwater. Dive. Try a different way to say that. Oh, it means that is not understood. I forget it has to. Go throat. It really thought about that one, didn't it? What in the hell? Enter throat. Go throat. Get swallowed. Progressively precipitous platforms. Maybe as high as I can get is where it wants us, like right there. Oh, stopped a little too late. Damn. I was right there. I was almost there. Yeah, platforms is good, I think. I'm trying to look at her hair. It covers the black dot, covers the red dot on the side, black dot, touches the red dot, half up, all the way up, black dot. I think that's it. No, a little more, little more, little more. All right, even with the second. Okay, even with the second. We got it. Now I know as high as I could possibly get. That's it. Right? Or is it? Yeah, that was it. Now I'm second guessing my already established. There we go. Tickle uvula with feather. Not here? Boo. Having girl in the tower. How high can you get? As far as I know, this high. Maybe I can go to the side. No. Maybe just a little to the side. Dang it. I pushed past my point. No, that doesn't do it. No, I've not played any King's Quests past this one and the ones prior, of course. What was that weird singing noise suddenly? So this is worse. I've tried to shoot it with an arrow. I thought that would work. What about light lantern? I guess I could just like light lantern. Eat the whale. I honestly, I don't even know what the spoiler was. That's how little I know about King's Quest 6. Get wheel. Doesn't even acknowledge this wheel's existence. Look wagon. Maybe that's it. Game doesn't understand the term wagon. There's always a bigger whale. Search tongue. This is the biggest tongue you've ever seen. It's also extremely slippery, slimy, and bumpy. Yeah. Get in boat. Not sure what that means. But I guess you could search James. The skeleton of an unlucky man. Let's call him James. Rests upon. I don't say you said to call him James. I called him James. Yeah, I tried to take a bone. It won't let me. You'll have to take a risk. Get skeleton. Maybe it wants me to say that. There's nothing of importance with the skeleton. Okay. Look, teeth. The whale's throat and mouth are enormous. Huge teeth, a great tongue, and yes, okay. What if we look uvula? Oh, I haven't. I'll try that. Yes, that's a big uvula, right? Drink water. No! Truciform. No. Oh, and I'm dead. Noxious fumes have finally gotten to you, Rosella. Yeah, I've tried to punch it. I've tried to tickle it with a feather. I tried to shoot an arrow at it. It says not from here, which I thought meant I could get on the tongue, but I, for the life of me, can't get on the tongue. Excellent. Speaking of water, I'm all out. And I'm going to go grab some. So I'll be back in 2 seconds while this loads. I mean, it'll be loaded first, but... BRB! And I'll come back with probably no ideas, but we'll try something. I don't know. I'm getting a little worried on this one. Little worried. Here, I'll turn on some background music so this isn't totally silent. We'll see. All right. Be right back. Alrighty. Hey. Beautiful peacock. I had an idea. Destroy peacock. Hooked up to an interpreter. I could do that. So y'all could play, and then I don't have to. I'd probably make it a web interface though, so it doesn't. Oh, I'm not back. I have no picture. I'd probably make it a web interface instead. Yeah, just when I'm not moving. Yeah, for sure. All right, so my idea was dig with shovel. Not here. Dig with shovel. I'm kidding. I'm just going to do it once on each screen. Or wait, dig sand? I don't know. Was there like an obvious mound of sand somewhere? I got a peacock feather, but I didn't search in them, no. Why would there even be a bridle? I don't... On this island. Look peacock. Dig that groovy house. A majestic peacock with a beautiful tail struts by. Dig sand. Not here usually means like no, but they swam away. Yeah. Horses can swim, right? If I understand correctly. Dig sand. I'm at such a loss. For anyone just joining, we can also do this real quick. Just for funsies. Mostly I want to read the language again since we're cheating as it is. Some of them are puzzles. Some puzzles are also not fair. For instance, one object Rosella needs is a bridle. Finding this is frustrating since it is not visible on the screen and you would never know it was there unless Rosella searched every possible spot on the screen. There are no clues at all to this, and therefore you might not even search for very long, if at all. And as to the location itself, it's not easy to reach. You have to go swimming, among other things. It makes the situation that much more exasperating. Oh God, that doesn't... It just says some swimming. That could be... Ew, what if it's in the troll cave? I'm not going back in the troll cave. Y'all just need to go ahead and tell me if it's in the troll cave. Because that's not happening. I will... I don't know what I'll do. I'm not going to the troll cave. I refuse it. It's not happening. I have to go there, don't I? Oh boy. It does mean it's not in the inventory of the unicorn. I actually considered that it was on the unicorn earlier. I mean, I think you were here. That makes sense to me. But it doesn't make sense that I wouldn't see it when I tried to ride it. So it's fair that it's not. Don't make the mistake of putting the unicorn in your inventory. It'll wander around and eat your other items. Oh, that's fair. It was paused so that the sound wouldn't crackle while we're on the magazine. So we were just staring at a paused screen. I apologize. Dig. Not here. Did that happen in Ultima? I loved Ultima Online. That's one of the reasons I haven't played as many PC games and Nintendo games. Is once I got Ultima Online, really Legends of Kesma before it, I basically only played MMOs for like half a decade or more. Oh, I miss Ultima Online. I can't believe they split the shards. Travesty that was. Ruined everything. Whoa, whoa. It's a classic bug. Look tree. There's kind of a hole in the tree. Look tree root. It doesn't use the word root. Let me try this again. Maybe I didn't search the dolphins. Look, dolphin. Inventories were into, so the horse would wander around in there. Really? Because I remember when I got a horse, it was like a statue, wasn't it? Like the boat would turn into a model and the horse would turn into a statue. And I played pretty early Ultima Online, I thought. Once, oh, this is so funny. I was at my mom's and she didn't have a second internet line like my dad did. And did you ever play the Ultima Online demo? It's like you had to go get like a glass sword or something. That's all I remember. But I played that for hours, just redoing it over and over again to like get my fix of Ultima Online when I was stuck without internet. You read the answer. Is it anything I'll ever do? If it's really not, it's okay. We've definitely cheated on accident before for things, and it turned out something I would never have tried. Namely, the one I think about most is the key on top of the wardrobe in King's Quest III. I'd already searched the wardrobe, I thought, thoroughly. I never would have gone back there to search for it. You think I could find it? No kidding. Wow. Fair enough. It's just very unfair. Yeah. Well, we're running short on time anyway, so we'll pick this look back up on Wednesday, I think. I mean, I'm going to look for a little longer, but I don't need the hint now. We can make that decision on Wednesday. Look tree. You see many trees on this island. Yes, yes. Look bushes. I'm trying to think of the most unfair puzzle so far. Time not spent playing. Yeah, even when I stepped away to get water, I thought about the shovel that I had that I hadn't had before. Did I try to dig here? I don't remember. Dig! This game does not understand dig. And then I typed it again. Not here. Which, while not fruitful, was at least, I thought a good idea of sorts. Can I go behind the castle but in the courtyard? No. No. If I were a bridle, where would I be? On a hook in a barn. It's all I can think of. It's a hook in a barn. That's where you put a bridle. Oh, let me check again. I'm going to dig here. It's not here, period. But if you're saying it was not here, exclamation point, that would be insane. Nah. Now I just want to try everywhere. If it's seriously a pixel hunt, but like with the sprite, I find that unlikely and horrifying. Plus, this is the SCI remake, so I mean, remake might be. It's just released a little bit later. Because there is an older version, I think, than this. The reason I'm saying that is because I wonder if it's any different. I guess not, since I haven't found anything. The AGI is the remake. Sorry. Right. Fair enough. Then is that what this is? I'd written it down. I get confused. It's on my list. King's Quest 4 AGI. Are you sure? Now I'm confused. Because this one said it was released a little later, I thought. They downported it. I see. That's where my confusion came in then. I thought I read it backwards. Now I'm going to go look. Where did I get that? There was like a list, and it was really good because it said the history of everything. I'll find it later. Maybe it's that this is SCI. No, that can't be right. SCI 1 instead of 0. I don't know. All right, let's just swim back to shore. I don't know why. I'm just completely tapped out here. I changed my mind. I want to see if I can swim, like loop around to the back of the island and see if there's anything else here. Because I always get eaten by the whale, so maybe if I don't, I'll be able to find. I don't know, because there's SCI 0, there's like 0.1, which was used by, I think, Quest for Glory 2 and a King's Quest remake. Oh crap, I wasn't watching. And then SCI 1 was like, what? On my list, I have King's Quest 5 as the first SCI 1 game. We died in the whale, and then I was just trying to look in the ocean for more places, and we've been swallowed again. And I guess I'll just go read the ad because I don't know what the heck else to do in here. Get bottle. Yeah, I really think this is just a ad Easter egg, though. Open bottle. Read note. All right, we've had King's Quest 1, King's Quest 2. What do we got now? Help me, I'm lost in King's Quest 3. How does it know how many times I've been here? I've been reloading. I'm with a bunch of nasty pirates who want to feed me to the sharks. If you can, come quick. Yeah, well, good news. Just chill for a while. You'll be fine. I don't understand this at all. Is there somewhere? Like, let's just... Because why would they even let you climb unless it's just a... Like... Yeah, it kind of is different in different spots, but I don't understand how. How can I tell it's slippery? Is it the red ones? That would be insane. No, I didn't think so. That would have been the craziest thing in the world. Punched tonsils. That's not a bad idea. This game does not understand the word tonsil. What if I just go across instead of up? Would that have done anything? Like, you can't swim, you can't climb to where I'm at right now from below. But what does that mean? Can I just go up? I don't get it. Because, I mean, I can swim that high all the way up here. Well, I went too far. Good try, though. That's not a bad thought. If I go this way. No. I don't think this makes any sense. Does this have any sense about it at all? Well, it's not an invisible maze, is it? Because that would be stupid. And I'm sorry, that is what I would call it, is stupid. But it does seem to be. Oh, I didn't try digging here, did I? Not here. No. I mean, this can't be without purpose. They don't usually troll in that way. If they're going to troll, they kill you. Like, instantly. They don't let you sit around like an idiot. In my experience. Whoa! Okay, I don't know what that means, though. What does that mean? But they didn't do anything. Can I tickle it from there? Is that the way to go? Is the... I don't really understand what I'm looking at. Tickle uvula with feather. Not here. I punch uvula. You're not close enough. Well, no crap, I'm not close enough. What's the point? This game is ridiculous. But that has to be some. Is that just a... That can't be like a bug. It's not how things work. What a... Okay, so I inexplicably stand somewhere around here. To what end? Grab uvula. Jump uvula. I don't know if that's... That wouldn't accomplish anything. I disagree myself. What if I just say jump? What if I just jump? Nothing. Look. I didn't even push anything that time. Oh, I died. Oh, boy. Between the lateral incisor and the cuspid. Yes, yes. What is happening in this game? Restore! Here we go. I found it. Well, maybe I didn't find it. All right, back into the ocean. It's sort of automated, so we'll just watch it. Swim back to the whale now that we're trying that, I guess. Whoops. Lovely. All right, now I guess we hang out, right? And the whale should show up. You don't think the whale even has realistic human teeth? That's fair. Ah, whale. Horrors, you've been swallowed by a big whale. Sorry, I was trying to look at this list of games. Whew, this place stinks. All right, let's do this right now. Here we go. Should I just save in here? That seems like the best idea. I can't even do it anymore. Ugh. Going too high. Not high enough, I guess. I thought maybe the pattern made sense, but it really doesn't. I don't see any real pattern to this. Having a whale of a time. All right. Operation Uvula has begun. I didn't even get the bottle. That's how serious we are. What if sometimes there's a bridle in the bottle? It's a bridle bottle. Bottle of bridle. That would be bonkers. Okay. I could reload, but that takes so long. Well, maybe not longer than just doing it here. Wait, what? All right, I'm just reloading. I'm tired of watching this, and I don't want to get to like somewhere else and then die from noxious gas. Yeah, Rootier's Quest 4, The Search for the Bridle. Our first real stumped spot was in Mystery House, the first game, where we couldn't figure out how to do anything. And the answer, I'm not going to say just for spoilers for all you going out to play Mystery House that missed the stream, but solution was stupid. Okay, this does seem to be working. Okay, that's not it. Punch. You're not close enough. Am I not? You strike the uvula, punching bag looking thing, but nothing happens. Oh, for goodness sakes. Use feather on uvula. I don't know. I've seen enough cartoons to know that part. You frantically tickle the throat of the whale with the big peacock feather. You begin to feel a quiver under your feet, which quickly turns into a mighty tremble. Suddenly, you hear a thunderous achoo, and you're swept out of the male's mouth into the male's mouth, out of the whale's mouth on a tremendous wave of ocean water. It even has a song. Sure does. It's the Tickle Uvula song. Classic. I didn't even get the bottle with the note. No. What can you do? Game crash. Ugh. You find yourself swimming in the ocean. Is this seriously a different island? This is Angerg. I don't feel cheerful. Certainly something good happens now, yeah. I don't know if you can get swallowed again. Do I need the bottle? I mean, it looks new, unless Janesta's got, yeah. Oh, I'm using the wrong keypad. Here we go. No, I was going to give you a fish, young pelican. All right, dig. You got to dig by the tree on a desert island. Not here, no. Look boat. It looks... You're 34% sure as the bridle. It looks as if many unlucky a sailor has been stranded here. You see a glint coming from one of the wrecked boats on the beach. A glint. Let me guess. Get bridle. You have to take it. All right. Look glint. What? You said get look boat. You see a glint. It doesn't know the word glint. Get. Well, I can't even get the glint. Is there an X? Look closer. You see nothing special. Brilliant. Look metal? It doesn't understand metal. Ye flask. I don't know what ye flask is, or I'd make the noise. Whatever it's supposed to be. I mean, the glint must be coming from this boat, then. Bridle. How would I know it's a bridle, though? I want to find out. Look shine. Look shiny. Get the dang bridle, you darn. Gosh, I have a lot of euphemisms here. Get the darn bridle, you stinking piece of poop. There you go. That's it. Try to read chat, but sometimes I gotta paraphrase. Give pelican fish. Well, no kidding, I'm not close enough. I mean, I knew that one. That's obvious. You throw the stinky dead fish to the pelican. Greedily, he catches it in his large bill. As he does so, you notice something shiny fall from his bill onto the ground. If that's a freaking bridle, I will break this game. Look object. Oh my gosh. Look ground. You see a shiny whistle. All right, get the whistle. Thank goodness. That makes sense, at least. I don't know what the hell I want to whistle for, but... Look ground. Maybe that's the secret to the boat. Yeah, I don't want to blow the whistle though, because what if someone shows up to save me? Look boat. You see a glint. Okay. But what is it then? I don't see a glint. I'm told about seeing a glint. How does one interrogate the glint? Look wreck. Maybe this is it. Very good, Retro Demergy. No, it's the same one. A glint. Look glass? What glints? I thought it would be the bit of a bridle. Yeah, it did look shiny, and it understood the word shiny, surprisingly, but it doesn't understand that I mean that. Look. Closely at boat. I don't know. Look at wreck. I don't. I already said that. I don't know what I'm doing. Ah! You see a glint coming from one of the wrecked boats on the beach. Well, it's either this one or that one. What if I look at the anchor? What's that about? Sparkle! Look, sparkle. This game doesn't understand sparkle. I tried. It won't let me dig. I say dig, it says not here. Dig in the boat? What if I say dig boat? No. I was really excited about that one. The pause was very dramatic. What if it's right here? Dig here. No. Look down. Oh my gosh. It's a golden bridle. You pick it up and carry it with you. And then you scream because you hate everything that's ever happened. I okay. This stupid mother. From a freaking head in the sand, and sorry. Anyway. AMD Res. Oh my gosh, Sucking a Cow! Thank you so much for the cheer. I really appreciate that. Corgi cheer. Alright, we have the bridle. Sorry for my rage. That's insane. Look down, picks up the bridle. Unbelievable. I wonder if that would have worked like anywhere near the boat, or I don't even want to know. Blow whistle, that's gotta be it, right? Oh my gosh, you didn't know that the pelican came back? You put the shiny silver whistle to your lips and forcefully blow it, proceeding a loud tweet. To your astonishment, a dolphin appears offshore and jabbers excitedly at you. Okay. I'm down with dolphins. What the hell just happened? No, what are you doing? Did I take too long? I might have some more technical difficulties if I just died. It looks like exposure and thirst have done you in, Rosella. Hasn't it just? Well, I think that's a pleasant place to end. I need to go to bed. I have to wake up early tomorrow. Sorry for the shortened derez. I'll be derezed at the beginning of next stream. How about that? And I'll get the bottle because I feel like I should. The note is a joke, but I mean, I might want a bottle at some point. That seems important. And I totally forgot about it. Yeah, I'll also probably refund it. I don't know. Oh my gosh. And you derezed me 39 minutes ago and I didn't even see it. And I apologize. I'm definitely refunding that one. Oh, it can't be refunded. That's right. I turned it off because I accidentally refunded everything. No, there it is. I found it. Rejected. All right. I'm apparently not as bad at this as I thought. Good game. I mean, good bridal. Oh no, Graham Tams! Bung Allens, welcome in! Graham Tams, thank you so much for the raid. Unfortunately, I was just about to raid out. Existential Crisis, welcome in. Here, how about we'll pick everything back up for a minute, just so we have done something. Having a whale of a time. We just spent 3.5 hours finding a bridal with various levels of clues. It's very good that I got rated. Exciting. But I do have to go soon, so we'll just play a little longer. We just died of exposure on a desert island. This is King's Quest IV. I'm Root here. What were you up to, Graham Tams? Thank you again for the raid. Yeah, we're in the mouth. Get bottle. I hope everyone's ready for an ad break. Get bottle. Because we're about to have an ad. Bubble Bobble, excellent. Open bottle. Here comes the ad. You open the glass bottle and retrieve an imprisoned note. Read note. I'm a little kid and my name's Tommy. I'm having trouble with Old King Cole and Humpty Dumpty and Mixed Up Mother Goose. Come and help me. Everyone go buy Mixed Up Mother Goose. Right now. If it's even available for purchase. This is on... Oh, you're asking about Bubble Bobble. What platform? Arcade. Oh, excellent. So it took us like an hour to figure out how to climb this tongue properly, if you can imagine. And I say that not fully knowing exactly how. Sucking a cow! Thank you so much for the tier 1 4 months. No, it's not a real ad, Sucking a cow. It's the Mixed Up Mother Goose ad. I don't think I have a real ad. Well, I've just fallen back in. If you step in the wrong spot or try to climb in the wrong spot, you fall off the tongue. It's brilliant. Riveting stuff. But thank you so much for the subscription. I hope that wasn't really because I said there'd be an ad. I loved it too. I played it in 2nd grade in school. It's like the first CD-ROM game I ever played. It's the best. Oh my goodness. Maybe I didn't learn how to do this. Does Graham Tams like Bubble Bobble? There's like a very specific path. Anyway, here we go. Pickle uvula. Very cartoon here. This part I seemed obvious at least. Tickle, tickle! Achoo! You frantically tickle the throat of the whale with a big peacock feather. You begin to feel a quiver under your feet, which quickly turns into a mighty tremble, and suddenly a thunderous achoo! And you are swept out of the whale's mouth in a tremendous wave of ocean water. Tiny bobble. But yeah, I'm Root here. I play Sierra games and old console games that I haven't played before. We're currently playing through We started with Mystery House, and we're playing through every Sierra adventure game chronologically. We're up to 1988's King's Quest IV, The Perils of Rosella. And we are making slow but steady progress as the weeks lumber on. Very slow. And I'm also about to go to bed, unfortunately. But we will find someone to raid after we sort out. We just figured out how to get off the island. It took us a while. It took us so long that we died of exposure right as our rescuers showed up. So we're going to try and be a little quicker this time. First order of business is make friends with a pelican. Give pelican fish. How terrible. I've put in extra letters. Give pelican fish. All right. Just have to be careful not to scare him before we do that. You're not close enough. I know. This is a blind playthrough. I do take suggestions, but not like if you know, try not to tell me. You throw the stinky dead fish to the pelican. Greedily, he catches it in his large bill. As he does so, you notice something shiny fall from his bill onto the ground. Right? Get object. Okay, get. How did I do it? I know it's a whistle because I got it before. I don't know what I called it before. Look boat. And here is the ridiculous clue. If you look at the boat, it says looks as if many an unlucky sailor has been stranded here. You see a glint coming from one of the wrecked boats on the beach. This is the first quest of this game. Get a unicorn. And the hard part was finding the bridle. Oh, I want to try it over here. Look down. You see a glint coming from inside the boat. Okay, so we do have to move in. Look down. Oh my goodness. You look at the ground inside, and what's this? A golden bridle. You pick it up and carry it with you. Low whistle. You put the shiny silver whistle to your lips and forcefully blow it into it, producing a loud tweet. To your astonishment, a friendly dolphin appears offshore and jabbers excitedly at you. So simple. Why did it take me 3 hours? Hawk dolphin. You speak to the dolphin in chat facts. Ride dolphin, I assume, is the plan. Yeah, there we go. Oh, look at that adorable dolphin emote. I only have the one. I don't have that one, do I? I only have this one. Ooh, look at the Quest for Glory guy. That's a good one. Quest for Glory is coming up soon. I'm sorry, it's not going to be Quest for Glory. Heroes Quest is coming up soon. You can never go back to the island again. What a game. And they give you the whistle in like such an obvious way. Give a fish to a pelican, get a whistle. What if you get there without the fish? There's so much wrong with this. So soft blockable. Nah, it's fine. All right. Well, back to it, I guess. We'll go bridle up the unicorn and then I'll have to head out. Softlack Island in multiple dimensions. Yeah. I thought the whale was just a Softlock Easter egg. I didn't think it even had anything to, because it's not obvious. Oh, where did I put that darn unicorn? I think it's one more over. Yeah, I think it's one more over. I hope we don't run into that bard. That's not the bard I meant, but he is playing music. The Mind Slug! Sadly, we're just about to head out. We're going to get this unicorn back to Lalot and pause there for the night. Oh, we already did it. We got a howler monkey. Anyone curious of the card? Little howler monkey there. That was our fruit card of the day. Ugh. Still have one left to complete. It's 11 a.m. there. Oh, wow. That's a bear. That's not a howler monkey. I don't know. He's sort of howler monkey. There's a raven or crow. Yeah, I don't know how to tell the difference. I always look up how to tell the difference between a raven and a crow. 10 a.m. for the Mind Slug. Interesting. It is 3 a.m. So that's -7. From your perspective. I guess it's +7 for you from your perspective. Ravens have a bigger beak. One thing said, if you see a bunch of them, those are crows. Because you won't usually, or if ever, see more than 1 or 2 ravens. A park ranger told me that, because we saw a raven, and I asked her, is that a raven or a crow? Ah, the raven is a poem, and the crow is a movie. So if it has a lot of words, it's a raven. Okay, here we go. The moment we've all been waiting for. Use bridle on unicorn. Wow. Didn't quite take all my inputs there. Use bridle on unicorn. What do you want to do with it? Okay. Give bridle to unicorn. Is that the right way to say it? Bridles are for snakes. You're not carrying anything the unicorn... Okay. Ride unicorn. Okay. If you do, you don't have anything to guide it. Ride unicorn with bridle? Whoops, that's our biddle. That's not it. Ride unicorn with bridle. Great. Put bridle on unicorn. You're not close enough. Oh my gosh, I found the right language at least. Where's close enough? The front? Maybe they think the bridle goes in the middle. Pretty sure it goes over their head, but... Okay. Find the Pixel Unicorn Edition. There we go. As the beautiful unicorn offers no resistance. The unicorn, by the way, is offering no resistance because I shot it with a bow and arrow I stole from the demigod, or possibly minor god, I'm not sure, Cupid, while he was taking a swim in a bath, a public bath. If you don't believe me, that's fine, but that is what happened. As the beautiful unicorn offers no resistance, you gently place the golden bit into its mouth and fit the bridle and reins over its majestic head. The unicorn looks at you with curiosity. If they say I need a saddle, ride unicorn. Put bridle in unicorn. Please insert disc 3. Right to a new disc. Brilliant. At least there's progress going on. Huzzah! Disc 3 inserted. Into the unicorn. Ooh, look at that unicorn emote. That Sonic emote. Sonic looks strange there. What's that from? It's a good unicorn, though. Okay, that's... Now there's a weird-looking Sonic. Well, the unicorn's head's been chopped off by the insert disc. Great. I like that. Insert disc 3, insert disc 2. Make up your mind, my friend. Jeez. Please insert disc 3. Brilliant. This is a disc simulator. Cynic the Hedgehog. Or Hedge. You nimbly mount. Yes, after several disc swaps, you nimbly mount the magnificent unicorn, grab the golden reins, and set off for Lalotte's castle. Ooh, look at this. That's well animated. Ride inside saddle, as is proper. Especially in a dress. I mean, yeah. They're going to make us watch the whole thing. Yeah, I see now what it's doing. Yeah. That is exactly right. Because these are disc 3 scenes right here. The 2 bushes, and then the next one is as well. Lalotte's castle. So that's precisely what it just did. I don't know about riding the horse up this terrifying mountain pass, but got some birds in the background. The unicorn seems paralyzed with fear at the sight of Lalotte's henchmen. If they make me steer this up and don't just carry us, like... Okay, good. They sent extra help. It's usually just 2. Is he just gonna grab the tail? No. Please insert disc 2. Oh, man. This is pretty awesome, though. We're eating unicorn tonight, boys. That's right. Pretty excited. Please insert disc 3. Oh, boy. I'm the queen! You can't take me. Sort of teleported there. I know, I betrayed the unicorn. Well, I mean, I honestly betrayed the unicorn as soon as I shot it with an arrow of love me from a Cupid bow. I'm like a unicorn. 80s and 90s show being futuristic, but they still have a disc. Yeah. Even that, like, they use like the little mini discs, like a smaller CD is better. Did y'all ever have, like, every once in a while I would get like a promo from someone and it'd come on like a weird shaped mini disc that just fit in the center of the CD tray? It's very strange. They're like GameCube sized discs, but they were also cut to like not be circles. So, Lalotte says, I hear you were a good girl and brought me the unicorn. I'm almost convinced you might be innocent after all, but not quite. I did the throat clear in the wrong spot. Oh, this doesn't sound good, you think? Lalotte continues, I am desirous of the hen that lays the golden eggs. Currently, the hen is kept by the ogre and his wife. Bring me the hen, and you shall have your freedom and a great reward. Take her away, she orders the goons. Bye, Lalotte. Bye, Edward. Not Edward. What's his name? Is it Edward? Edgar. I think it's Edgar. Anyway, the guy there, it's her son, and she let me out of jail because he has a crush on me. That's the plot. And I'm here because my dad had a heart attack and was a king, and a fairy told me some fruit from this fantasy world would heal him. Yeah, first a unicorn, now a golden egg. Yeah, find Jimmy Hoffa and I'll let you go. Goodness. All right. Oof. Anytime I click out, it's like serious noises. Music. All right. So I have to go. It's super late, but first I have to do a little bit of this. So let's see. When did the stream start? 4 hours ago. There we go. All right, we're going to find someone to raid. We're going to go to credits in just a second, but first, I have to hand type my my credits because I'm bad at credits. All right, I think I got everything. Thanks again, everybody, for watching. Hanging out while I struggle violently with this game. Couldn't do it without you. Thanks to the GG Retro Demiurgy. Thanks, Glorious Spider. Thanks for being here. It was a lot of fun. Thanks for the cheers, Maxilla Willis and Sucking a Cow. I think that was everybody that cheered. No, Uber Kitten. And the Uber Kitten for the cheer. I knew I missed one. And thank you for the subscription, Maxilla Willis, Uber Kitten, and Sucking a Cow. There, you're in the credits. And the raid from Graham Towns. I appreciate that. I'll be back tomorrow. We're playing ActRaiser 2 on the Super Nintendo. Here, I'm going to do this again real quick before I go search. I must have correct credits. Night Juiciform. Thanks for the GG, Mindslug. Night, Uber Kitten. ActRaiser, we've got like 1.5 levels kind of beat. It was going slow first, and then we kind of picked up as I got used to the controls and things. But yeah, it was definitely hard to get the hang of. All right. Let's find someone playing something. Got some raid suggestions. Mr. Raidon, is he still playing all the 64 games? I haven't been over there in a while. He's playing Famicom. It's a different looking game. What's Jerry playing? Now I have to check them all. Let's raid Jerry Queen. Everyone, say hey to Jerry Queen, and I will be back tomorrow with ActRaiser. Probably a lot of dying, but thanks everyone so much for watching. Thanks for the subs. Thanks for the cheers and power-ups, and thank you for the raid, Graham Tams. Night. Bam.